episode is brought to you by Scatterbrain. Due to that shit, I don't have a paid programmer for you today. Catch you on the back end. Now let's start the episode.
Perfect.
Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes.
Welcome to episode 94 of the Ashes Woes podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbest opinions, the dumbest perspectives, dumbest mistakes, and their dumbest complaints. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me today. Shout out YCC Entertainment, culmination of all your favorite and soon-to-be favorite podcasts, live shows, and everything of the sort. Make sure you check us out, yccentertainment.com. And to check out everything that is related to Our Sins of Woes, make sure you go to yccentertainment.com/yccentertainment.com/Our Sins of Woes. Subscribe to the Patreon. For as low as $1 a month, you can get the extended audio for every episode, to include this one. Because after an hour, I'm saying bye to you free niggas because you didn't pay. But I love you free niggas for tuning into that first hour. Shout out Blair Watch. Blair Watch episode 23 just came out, so make sure you tune into that. Limelight Vibes comes back on March 5th, and since the date of this audio release will be whatever day Tuesday is, I think I have to drop it by. Maybe Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be this week, though. So, yeah, this will be out. The Patreon will be out before Limelight Vibes comes back. So make sure you get ready for Limelight Vibes coming back with some bigger and better things. And looking forward to that. Outside of that, that's all I got for shout-outs. You're welcome, Q. I'm going to try to make that as fast as possible. Let me go ahead and introduce my guest. One of our reoccurring Limelight Vibes artists, our episode 91 plug of the week. Mm-hmm. And just a very talented, can I say Christian artist? Is that what you would classify yourself as?
I would classify myself as a Christian artist, but I only classify myself as that because I like to spread the gospel, and I feel like you aren't a Christian artist if you aren't spreading the gospel, if you aren't telling people that, hey, Christ might be the way, you know what I'm saying? So I try and be real about that, and I find myself being Christian in my art. So yeah, you can call me that.
Bajsh, niggas. I guess it's the day, Bajsh. Welcome to the podcast. Good conversations before, so I'm glad I was able to set the tone appropriately. Because we haven't had a conversation outside of just doing Limelight Vibes.
No,
so you always catch me in business mode, and when I'm in business mode,
you just zoom in, bro. Like you can't have a good like he's real brief with you. It's like snaps as a conversation.
That is actually the most accurate description of me. It's like, yes, when I'm in business mode, it's like sometimes people try to pull me aside and they want to do business talk, and I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of business.
Locked in.
Yeah, like I'm in the middle of business. Like you have to say this for another time. And if you care that much, then you will save it for another time. But if you want to catch me when I'm my busiest, then you're not. If you feel like the only time that you could talk to me is when I'm at my busiest, then
your message isn't that important because you're not trying to sit there and wait for it.
Yeah.
Anything that you really is valuable or whatever, just in art, in any conversation.
I need a favor from you. Because I severely fucked up. Okay. And I don't want anybody to not realize that I fucked up because I want them to acknowledge this moment because I'm a man of accountability, okay?
Oh, shit.
So I'm going to do something, and I just want you to talk to them.
Okay.
While you that camera.
Oh, this one?
No, that's this one. That's
Which
you.
One?
This one right here.
Oh,
the
this
red
one?
Yeah.
Hey! Hey, that camera.
Just keep doing your thing.
I'm doing great, man. All right. Listen. Hey, that camera. Listen. It's great that Nelson's very accountable with his actions because without that, then he couldn't be repentant. You should repent to God, Jesus Christ. Message.
Definitely feeling the repent.
Message. He's doing great though.
I don't know how I forgot these. That's the craziest part.
Oh gosh, man, it's so integral to the podcast, man. Yes. Okay. All right. Act like nothing.
All right. So my bad. Branding is everything, okay?
Everything.
Branding is important. So I had to make sure those got up. I had to take those down because
Did I say check out Bajsh.com?
that's crazy. You should have said that while I was putting up the fucking signs.
Oh my god.
This nigga sucks.
I missed the opportunity.
So for those of you who don't know, those had to come down because we do studio rentals. So if you would like to utilize this podcast space for your own up to 2 episode or possibly up to 19 episode podcast, you're welcome to utilize this space. Just reach out to me at yccentertainmentnetwork.com. Or wait, I'm sorry. yccentertainmentnetwork@gmail.com.
And this space is beige approved. This ass print that I've made in this seat is so
crazy.
Perfect. Like, I love it. Like honestly, if
You know how many
aren't
asses have been in that seat before you?
it's cheating on me, man. Like my ex. So sorry.
Shout out my exes.
Shout out my exes. Shout out my exes.
But sorry, I don't know how I let those. I did every check I needed to do too, and I let those signs completely wash away. That was crazy. But yeah, you are a Christian artist, and you're similar to Keith Anthony. Keith Anthony is being my only other Christian artist, and he does a really good job at like hiding the message. But it's not like overwhelming. Like you don't. What's that nigga's name? The bald nigga, Franklin.
Kurt Franklin.
Kurt Franklin.
Yes.
His messaging would be overpowering.
Yes.
Your message is like slid in, and I'm like,
I feel like
maybe I should go to church. But like with him, I'm like, oh, if I don't go to church, I ain't shit.
I'm gonna die. You know, I feel like a lot of the people get scared away from the pressure of Christianity. And like as a person that dealt with like a lot of religious trauma before I ended up actually finding Christ, I understand that if you try and force it down someone's throat, it's never gonna work.
Based, because you're right.
Yeah,
That's actually the case.
You're literally gonna drown in Christ, man. Like it's scary. I remember when my mom first introduced it to me, and she was like, "I need you to get through this whole Bible," and I was like, "Man, that's a lot of words." Yeah. I'm dyslexic as hell, so it's just like it was intimidating. It was really intimidating. So I felt like the best thing to do is to baby step everyone through the walk. You know, if you aren't being slowly walked into it, and then you're just thrown into fire and brimstone, as they say, like you'll burn up. It's not a good experience at all. I felt like the best way to do so was just being honest. That's why I still have secular music, because I'm 22 years old or whatever. I'm 20, and I'm trying to like basically be honest with my music, so that the people that are like me, who are just finding Christ and just like walking into the faith, won't have to be like, oh my God,
feel like they're being forced into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's dope. And that's like one of the most acceptable ways, like, of you to get, like, for me, with something as simple as podcast, and I'm not comparing your religion to my podcasting, but in a sense of like, there's a way to ease people into it. That's why I always say, like, even with my guests, with the audience, like, there's usually a process that I go by. I'll start with the sin of the day, and then we'll roll into the topics, but we've already had like a minor discussion prior to us recording, so that you understand like the tone of it, so that when I throw in the crazy question, like shout out Brittany Renner,
Exactly.
You're not caught off guard. Don't worry. Yeah, you were caught off guard by that, but like when I finally do a real shout out for Brittany Renner, you'll understand like, oh, okay, like I was eased into this.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Again, crazy comparison of religion to shouting out Brittany Renner.
No,
but it's about
apt,
the easing into the
because
situation.
we shout out Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But like at the same time, I completely get where you're coming from. Like if you don't like slowly ease someone into it, like it's like a baptism. You know what I'm saying? You don't just throw that man in the water and then just like let him flail. You slowly ease them in, and then let them be consumed by the good things that are in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not like, because water is a great way to describe this. Water can be a very helpful thing. Water can hydrate you and all that stuff, but it can definitely drown you.
Yep.
So like you don't want to.
Don't ever let a
someone.
white man tell you to take a bet on drinking half a gallon of water in 30 minutes. My nigga, you'll be shitting piss out of your asshole. Been there, done that.
I wish
and
I got
also
that
don't have
advice.
white friends. But I'm kidding. You can have white friends, but like don't be friends with mayonnaise sapiens.
No.
Sorry, that's good. I like my white friends though. My white friends are cool. Your white friends are garbage.
I don't have any. I can't relate.
Oh yeah, no. You niggas, y'all have garbage white friends, but my white friends are cool. That's why we're going to this bachelor party in Miami. We're gonna tear shit up. Sorry. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Definitely.
Let's roll into the sin of the day. And my sin of the day. So at the bar that we were just at, one of the managers was telling me that, oh, what are you going to talk about today? And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like telling you because if I tell you it's going to turn into a conversation, I'm still trying to figure out like the other things that I want to talk about today.
Yeah, don't waste the conversation at the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, it's funny that you say that because like for me, the bar is where I pick up the conversation I want to have.
Bro.
And I don't have it at the bar because I'm going to lose that energy on it. So it's literally like, oh, what do you think about this? And it's like, he's sitting there telling me, like, you should talk about global warming. And I'm like, that's a boring conversation.
Yeah.
But then, as he said it, he was like, are you sure? Because, like, there's so much about, like, global warming that we can fix. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what is your solution to fixing global warming? Oh, well, you know, recycle. I'm like, I already do that. Like,
it's not something that anybody hasn't talked about already before. And
that's what I'm saying.
And
I'm
we are
like, no, I leave that up
professionals at global warming, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
And that's why I'm like, yo, leave that up to the scientists. But like, yeah, sure, we could point out the problem of global warming. But even that's pointing out the problem of global warming is a very boring conversation to have because I'm at it like.
Baj's advice is pray about it.
That's crazy. You should pray about it as well. But because it doesn't solve the problem.
Does it at all?
But
I mean,
I always make the argument where people are like, yeah, you should tell people what the steps are to solve like whatever have you be it, such as global warming. I'm like, no, I always use this as a reference, but I'm like, this podcast is not called Our Wins and Goals.
Yeah.
It's called Our Sins and Woes. I like to point out like, you know, problems, opinions, perspectives, and mistakes. That's it.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah, but like if you want to point out the
signs.
next step, right? Crazy, right? But like if you want to point out the next step, find a different podcast.
Yeah.
But here we talk about the problems and we have fun with the problems and stuff like that because it's like, okay, we acknowledge that there are problems, but like some of this shit is funny.
Exactly.
Global warming is a funny concept.
It
like,
is. Like, bro, New York
Dying
is gonna be
penguins.
underwater, bro. y'all gonna be doing Broadway underwater.
I'm kidding. Global warming is not a funny concept. We might all die to it. But like, it's kind of funny.
Hamilton underwater might be a better musical. I'm not.
The
gonna
Little
cap.
Mermaid was a great show.
Nah, deadass.
I mean, a great movie. And wait, wasn't it a TV show?
Yeah.
That was one
They
of the things
had
that got
like
converted.
the little Disney Channel giant.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it got converted to a TV show. So yeah, like you niggas love Little Mermaid, except the black version. I don't know why you don't like the black version of Little Mermaid.
Yeah, because she's more talented. That's
Oh,
the hate.
babe!
Hey, Chloe Bailey, Stan. I'm not gonna cap.
I like Chloe.
She's
so I feel it. Never watched the little swimming Negro.
I watched the advertisement and I was like, yeah, it's the better movie.
You never saw the movie?
Fuck
That's
no.
crazy.
No, I'm just saying because Chloe Bailey is in it and she is amazing.
So
the
it
movie's
forced
better.
you to watch the advertisement, but not the movie.
Yeah, no. Fuck no. Fuck no. I was about to spend my money on that.
That's crazy. I ain't mad at it though.
Just saying.
Some of these, never mind. I ain't gonna do that because I'm tired of the.
I'm just
Kendrick
tired
Lamar
of the
fans
live action
telling me-
versions of movies in general.
You don't like Mufasa?
Fuck no.
Did you go see it?
No. Cause I saw the first like the Lion King one or whatever with Beyonce and
And
stuff.
Childish Gambino?
And Childish Gambino. I was like, bro, it's too obvious that it's Beyonce right now. Like I'm like, bro, I'm listening to Beyonce sing.
I feel
it's
you.
too real. for me.
But the only person that I worship in artistry outside of Kanye West is Donald Glover.
Yeah, I feel that.
So that's why I had to see that movie. It's just because Donald Glover's in it.
I feel you.
I'm a super Donald Glover fan.
I feel you. I feel you because he's an innovator, bro. Like
He is the most multi-talented person of.
all time.
I would argue
Yeah.
of all time, but the Jamie Foxx fans are going to say that he's not, and I will say the difference between Childish Gambino and Jamie Foxx is, yes, Jamie Foxx
Body
is a
of work.
comedian, he's an actor, he's an artist, but like
He doesn't
Childish Gambino is just, he's a writer, he's a director. You have Atlanta. Yeah, you have the Jamie Foxx show, but you have other shows that Childish Gambino's on.
Yeah, but he's
like
writing
Atlanta,
for the show.
Community,
He's directing the
yes,
show. He's
exactly.
doing he has hands-on with everything that
A lot
he's
of
doing.
you niggas don't know
Like,
that Donald Glover was a writer on The Daily Show.
Oh my God! Yeah, what? Y'all don't know that? He's fucking amazing. That's the only reason The Daily Show is good. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Like, listen, I think that like that's my thing with like the argument between like Prince and Michael Jackson, right? Because like Prince is involved in every stage
Yeah,
of the music.
he's super
playing the
multi-talented.
bass. He's playing the piano before he sends it off to the pianist. He's producing the song. That's what makes these artists like so great when it comes to like being a part and a facet of every single medium of the art. And that's why I do my music the way I do. I produce my own shit.
Days.
Hey, self promo.
Shout out to Xavier Cloud if you know, you know. And shout out to you. Like I said, you were our 91 playlist plug of the week. Come get me.
Which is funny that you
fire-ass
say
song.
that. Funny that you say that. I actually produced. That was the first song that I actually fully produced by myself.
Which is comedy because out of your catalog, and I'm going to be real all the time.
Yeah.
So expect that from me.
Please do.
But it's probably one of your better songs on your lineup.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what's crazy? That song almost didn't come out. My manager was telling me that it's a bad song and that like I was being too lovey-dovey and it wouldn't work, this, that, the third for 3 months before I actually put it out.
Which is funny because I'm about to clown you here in a minute.
Oh,
But,
shit.
oh yeah, I'm about to get on your pause, but I'm about to get on your ass.
I'm ready. Whoa. Pause.
I said
Nah,
pause.
I'm ready. I'm ready was worse.
I'm trying to, hold on, open that up so I can see remind myself of your track list. I fuck with Over though. I do fuck with Over.
Yeah.
Over is a really good song, but like Come Get Me is probably your best song in your lineup for like your SoundCloud playlist.
Definitely.
And that's why I was like, yeah, I gotta use this song.
I
And
appreciate that.
You're a super talented artist, but also coming into the aspect of you being super lovey-dovey, yes, you are. And I think like a lot, but I also think you're a little self-obsessed.
I mean, hey, listen, you have to love yourself before you love other people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
boy.
saying? I've been staring in this camera so long.
Bro!
I look so good, man.
That is your
Development.
biggest problem. I be sitting there saying like, all right, so I tell Corey this because Corey works the cameras during Limelight Vibes, and I'd be like, all right, so you just gotta mind yourself that Baj's gonna stare at the confidence monitor the entire time he's performing.
Okay,
and go ahead, get your shit off.
Can I be honest? All right, listen. I, for a long time, was the most unconfident person you've ever met in life. So like now that like I'm in my 20s and like I'm kind of finding myself, and I get to look at myself on stage when I was a choir boy that was singing other people's songs for like 12 years, you know what I'm saying? It's actually really great that I get to look at myself because like I didn't see myself as a good person until recently, until I found God, until I
Started coming to Limelight Vibes.
yeah, for real. Cause like they have monitors and no open mic has monitors. Like what the fuck, nigga? Get y'all life together, DMV.
Base.
Just saying.
I'm here for the culture.
Nelson has the best podcast and open mic, period.
Base, because he's right. I have the best. Oh, you
down,
say
put
that,
it down.
and you're glazing, but respect to the glaze. But
Not for real.
pause.
Wait.
But production wise and arguably, I have the best open mic on YouTube.
Yeah,
the best
like-
live open mic on YouTube.
When it comes to audio, like your mixing is great. Like you know how to drop the vocals.
Videography
perfect.
is-
the videography
beats
on
everything
point.
else, yeah.
Yo, you have 3 people working on visuals at once.
Yeah,
Like
no
what the
bullshit.
fuck, bro? Everybody else in the
And there's
open
only 3
mics-
people working on the show. That's the funny part.
That's insane.
It's me, Marcus, and Corey.
wow.
And we made that whole show happen with just us 3.
I'm pretending to be surprised because I already knew, but wow. But
Shameless plug.
yeah. Like every other open mic I go to, like niggas are just getting drunk at the fucking receptionist's office as soon as the mic turns on.
And it's
I'm
mad
like,
karaoke vibes.
yeah.
That's the one thing I'm big about. Like, if you're an artist that's like, you can sing, but you don't have original music, you're not a headliner.
No.
I won't let you headline. Like,
shouldn't.
I think I've done that in the past because of people that I've worked with, where we'll let cover artist headline, I will never do that again. If you can't give me a full set of, if you can't give me 30 minutes of original music, you cannot headline my show.
Yeah, that's real, because, like, what's the point? You know, I could just go listen to these other songs.
Right.
Like, nigga,
but
like,
also, it's an open mic. So, like, the hour and a half before, come do your covers.
yeah.
But, like, to get a 30-minute set and half of your songs are covers, no, that's not happening.
I would walk out. I'm not.
And
gonna
granted, I've met some amazing cover artists with my time at Limelight Vibes and Chirani's. I've met some amazing cover artists or people that can sing other people's songs. Like, why is her name slipping my head? And it starts with a B. We've had one artist that comes in and she sings Rihanna phenomenally.
Yeah.
But no, you can't.
fill me up with
you
Rihanna.
can't. Yeah, you
Like,
can't fill me up with another artist.
I would just watch that person
Right.
live, bro. Like, YouTube exists, dude.
Beck. Fuck.
Oh,
How did
shit.
I forget Beck? But Beck is like a performer, and she when she sings Rihanna, she does it phenomenally. All credit to her for being able to do that. But like, you can't do a headlining set.
I do a great John Legend impression, but like,
That's
you know
actually
what I'm
crazy.
saying? Whoa! But you know, it's just like I came to an open mic to hear some original art.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the experience, that I'm getting something that I probably wouldn't get from
I agree.
the mainstream vibe.
I agree, but in an aspect, I disagree because like I prefer to hear your original content at an open mic.
Yes.
But if you want to do a cover, I want to hear your talent. It's an open mic. I want to hear your talent
True.
over anything. But when you're headlining, I
For
want to
30
hear your
minutes,
original
that's
content.
insane,
Yeah, I want to
yeah.
hear your original content.
Yeah, because we can do 2 songs of you doing covers. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, if you're going to do a 30-minute set, I want all original music.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of, I'm sorry to proposition you on the podcast, but Bajsh hasn't gotten a featured show yet. Like, what's going on?
you haven't asked for one.
This is me asking.
That's crazy.
Big pressure, big pressure, big pressure.
No, not really. You're talented. Your schedule is shit. But
Bro, we've been planning this podcast for 3 months.
yeah, no bullshit. No bullshit. No, you'd have to send me your track list.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
I got
but
you.
like, I mean, the music that you perform, I'm always your stage presence. You have to fix.
What's going
Stop
on?
staring at the fucking monitor.
Okay.
Stop staring at yourself.
All right.
And stop jumping off my stage.
But listen. I want them to feel like
Cool.
immediately. Just shut that down.
That's how he walked out though. But like real shit, no, nigga, that's cool.
Yeah, you're right.
But like, if you're headlining my show,
I can't be.
You gotta
jumping off-
headline my
I'm not-
show.
I'm not gonna jump off the stage, because then I would be a part of the audience. You're correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
I have an audience camera, but my nigga, don't perform in the audience.
I was feeling myself that night. I don't know what
got you.
happened.
You're feeling yourself every
Bro.
time you're on camera. I can tell because I'm watching you stare at yourself on the camera.
Listen. Some of your DMV artists filled me up with Hennessy before I got on stage.
Crazy.
And that's their fault.
Okay, first of all, stop drinking Hennessy.
Okay. No.
Just give that shit up, man.
I love brown liquor.
Brown liquor is fine. Stop drinking Hennessy.
You're right. Stick to Crown Royal. Crown
Give
Royal.
that shit up. That actually depends on what Crown Royal. What Crown Royal are we talking about?
Peach. That's the best one. Apple.
Apple is the best one,
Apple
but
or
like,
peach.
and maple is only good if you're.
Old. I'm sorry.
No, maple is. Stop. Don't. First of all right.
I
Don't
can't.
carbon date me, nigga.
Listen.
All right. Maple is good if you know what to do with it. I've had a New Year's party. Shout out my boy Spencer.
What's some
but
eggnog?
like, no.
Okay.
A New Year's party, not a Christmas party.
Okay.
You're drinking eggnog during New Year's, nigga. That's expired. And you're the reason why egg prices have gone up.
Egg milk.
But I did a New Year's party where I made chicken and waffle sliders, and what I did was mix Aunt Jemima with Crown Royal maple, stir it to a syrup.
Okay.
Because like you have the syrup and then you have the liquor.
Gordon Nelson.
So you have to
Gordon Nelson.
re-syrupy it.
That sounds delicious.
And then you glaze the chicken and waffle sliders with the Crown Royal
Did it
Aunt
get you
Jemima's syrup. Chef's kiss.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I might
Yeah,
need
no,
to come to the
I
next
cook
party.
I cook when necessary. Your boy is a chef.
Okay.
But like, I don't date enough anymore, so there's not reason for me to cook.
I feel that. Yeah, like I didn't start cooking until I got into my new relationship, so I get you.
Based.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother's a caterer. She has a catering company.
Whoa.
So like on the side.
Okay.
So she has a catering company.
What
so
you
it's like-
specialize in?
Yeah, soul food.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most unmatched mac and cheese you'll ever find on this planet.
Okay. That's
Inarguably.
That's hard to say because I
I'm
have a
saying
mother.
it. I'm saying that.
Okay, I'm
saying
listening.
that.
I'm listening.
I've seen other black women's macaroni and cheese, and it's good. It's just not as good.
I get it, but it's your mom. You're biased.
No. Because I eat other people's moms' mac and cheese.
That sounds crazy. Yo, Nelson's a freak, bro. He just exposed himself. Nelson's a stepdad.
Yo, in reality, though, I do be eating your bitch's mom's mac and cheese. Oh, God.
I'm about to cry.
But comparing it to my mom's, it's wild.
It really is. It really is. Next topic.
Sin of the day.
Bro, we haven't hit one topic yet. We haven't hit one. Bro, it's been 45 minutes.
Sin
All
of
the topics
day.
are for the Patreon.
Yeah, no bullshit. Yeah, comparing other people's mac and cheese to my mom's, and then realizing the context behind it is actually crazy.
It really is.
That's doable. Not wanting to have specific. Wait, didn't I have this conversation?
Yeah, I think we've been not
Yeah,
having
okay,
a
we've
specific
been doing not
conversation this
sin
whole
of the day the whole
time.
time. Yeah, conversation I don't want to have. But my biggest issue about that is like you want me to talk about global warming. I'm like, yeah, either you believe it or you don't believe it.
Yeah.
But I have to have these conversations with people who are like, you should talk about this, you should talk about that, and I'm kind of like, well, do you watch the podcast?
Yeah.
Because if you don't watch the podcast, that's why I asked you, like, you watch the podcast, you just watch the clips.
No,
And
I
he was
watch
like,
the
no,
podcast.
I watch the podcast.
I'm a fan. Wait,
I had-
no Drake.
69 God. But I have to ask those questions because it's like, okay, it tells me like what you're expecting.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it hits heavier for you because when we interact, I'm in business mode.
Yeah.
I'm in show running mode. But
So I'm expecting like a serious.
yeah,
dude
a little
when
bit
I
more
sit
serious,
down.
a little bit more stern.
But bro, like I haven't laughed this hard in a minute. I'm gonna cap. Like for real.
It's a comedy podcast first. I always say that. I'm not a comedian, but this is comedy.
This is
So,
hilarious.
but I always have to tell people like, do you watch the podcast? Because then I run into people that want to come out and push a certain kind of agenda, and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Start your own podcast.
Exactly.
And I will rent you the studio space for that shameless plug. I will rent you the shameless plug. I will rent you the studio space for that.
Exactly.
But you can't come on my podcast and talk
And
about
talk
whatever
about
you want to talk about.
for 2 hours, bro. Everybody's gonna click off. That's an ad, bro.
That part.
Nobody want to watch an ad for 2 hours, bro, at all. And that's what I really appreciate about your podcast. Like, I feel like I'm really engulfed in a conversation that, like, I just walked in on. You know what I'm saying? And
And that's how it should be. It's like, at a certain point, I always want my podcast to, well, not at a certain point, but like, I always want my podcast to be like, you can click on at any point during the video and just continue the conversation from there.
Yeah.
It's not like you missed a whole bunch. You might miss like callbacks and references and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But at a bare minimum, you can
It's
you
really
can tag
personable.
in at any point. Somebody can walk in here right now, sit down, and like still continue to
be
enjoy
in the
conversation.
podcast
Yeah,
with
exactly.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I heart myself of that, but also if you don't know what you're walking into, I ain't got nothing for you. But again, you can't just walk in with your own narrative.
Not at all. Because then, like, you aren't a specialist in their own narrative. So it's not
Correct.
even going to be an interesting conversation.
I'm not a
just gonna
Christian
be
artist.
you're talking.
And
You know?
I don't listen to a lot of Christian music.
Yeah.
But I have my favorite Christian artists. Shout out Keith Anthony. Shout out you.
Thanks,
Like
man.
as far as my SoundCloud playlist, like you two are the artists that I'd be like, yeah, I have y'all in my rotation on SoundCloud. And I listen to SoundCloud a lot. That's why I'm able to maintain my plug of the weeks. Is because I'm finding random artists on SoundCloud by just listening to SoundCloud.
Have you ever thought about, like, doing, like, a little bit of a radio show?
No.
That would be so cool. Like, if you, like, just, like, did a bunch of underground artists and spun them like it's a radio show.
The problem is underground artists aren't really as underground as you think.
That's true.
Like you'll come across artists that have like maybe 1,000 plays on SoundCloud, but then they're sound to UGM.
Yeah.
Or UMG.
That's the funny thing, right? Like with these record labels, they aren't promoting people like they used to. Like you have to do all the work. That's the thing. Like they'll just give you a bunch of money and be like, "Hey, yeah, you're supposed to be making this much money, and if you don't give me my money back, you're dead."
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But also the problem is people don't. I am a music advocate. I love music. Music is everything. That's why I have a lot of the music takes that I hate to have is because I don't listen to a certain genre of music.
Yeah.
I will listen to John Legend. I will listen to Kanye West. I will listen to Childish Gambino. I will listen to Linkin Park.
I'm the same way.
I like Carrie Underwood. I like Post Malone. I like Beyonce, but I also like Meg Thee Stallion. So like
Listen
I'm all
for
over the place with
musicality.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But I also like Kirk Franklin. So like I'm all over the place with music.
I feel you.
But with SoundCloud, I always tell people it's like these artists that you want and these artists that you're looking for, you can find them. They're on SoundCloud.
Exactly.
I find them all the time. But if you're not looking for these artists,
You aren't gonna find them.
exactly.
Exactly, and that's what I would think like the radio show would be like. It would be like you're finding the artists that you have to search for.
But then the people's problem is they'll listen to good songs, but they
won't
want
follow the
what's-
artist.
Well, it's not even that. It's people want what's popping. So they want to replay Not Like Us because Not Like Us is the most replayed song in
Definitely.
America right
Yeah.
now. So they want to make dances to Not Like Us.
Yeah.
They want to make memes to Not Like Us and stuff like that.
There's a actual thing actually named after that. It's called the Jones effect, and I've utilized it to my own effect myself. You know what I'm saying? If you have a bunch of people surrounding someone, imagine I'm over here, right? And a group of people just have a bunch of flashlights pointing at me and recording at me. You're going to be more likely to go look at me.
Yes.
Right. So, for example, like just like for being an artist, this is just some advice for being an artist in general. Try and look. Not necessarily look as big as you can, but look as presentable as you can so that more people can crowd around you, because that's what the whole point is. The point is to make yourself look like you're the top of the world so more people can see you.
I agree, but my pushback to that is, but don't lose your individuality.
No.
So that's what a lot of people struggle with is like you can put on the shabazz of like, I'm presentable, I'm acknowledgeable and everything like that, but also you have to maintain your individuality in the sense of like you need to show why you're still different from everybody else.
Exactly. And if you don't do that, then you'll get lost in the wave, just
God.
because like you'll see everyone else is going to see you or whatever as just another person just trying to grab their attention. And if you don't actually speak to what makes you, then everyone's going to see how inauthentic your art is. It's not going to actually get anywhere. If you sit here and just I can just give you music all I want and it can have big numbers or whatever, but if you can't personally connect to it, then what's the point?
I agree.
Yeah.
You just had to go put that sunshade up though real quick.
I was trying to stall like shit, adding
You're
so
doing a
many words
great
from my
job at
dictionary,
it,
bro.
okay? But yeah, it's that's a matter of like, yes, there's a way to be flashy, but there's a way to like not lose your individuality, not to go too commercial. Like, again, we can talk about like somebody as simple as like Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper never went too commercial.
Nope.
Now he had commercial songs, but like even the commercial songs weren't really commercial.
Super commercial, yeah.
Like so
It was still individually.
yeah.
That nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's still him. You know what I'm saying?
I got the juice.
Yeah,
Like,
if you don't add that personality, then how can I? It's soulless.
Yeah.
That's why AI music don't fucking work.
It's
Kanye,
going to.
please stop. Please, Kanye, stop.
It's going to.
Stop,
When
Kanye. We
Bullies
don't
comes
want the
out,
bully
it's
album.
going to work, nigga. I will argue that down till I blue the fucking face. Bullies is gonna
Be
work,
blue
all
in the
right?
face. Be blue in the face.
Bullies
I
is
miss the
gonna work.
old Kanye.
No,
Listen.
because it is Kanye. Kanye's
is.
an innovator.
Yeah.
He's built different.
Okay.
So if Kanye says he can make it work,
He can.
I got a lot of faith in Kanye making it work.
I have a lot of faith in Kanye too, right? But like at the same time, I'm a big Kanye fan. Like he inspired me to do pretty much everything that I'm doing today. He made me a multimedia artist. He's taught me how to start building my own brand. He's made me an innovator in my own art, in my own way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've made my own films because I wanted to be more like Kanye with the Runaway.
I'm gonna let
video.
you cook before I do.
But at the same time, like you can own there's a difference between being an innovator and being a contrarian. You know, being a contrarian, you're just trying to be different for the sake of being different. Being innovator means you're being different for the sake of progression. And I think that the progression of music isn't in AI. It isn't in finding the soullessness in art because people don't connect with that.
I don't think you can be an innovator without being a contrarian.
Okay. I agree with that. I agree with that totally.
And that's why I say if Kanye says he can do it, I'm gonna trust Kanye because Kanye's he's an established innovator.
Definitely.
But the thing about it is, Kanye understands music way different than anybody else. He's generations. I always say Kanye West is the most innovative artist of the last 2.5 decades.
Completely.
Like 808s and Heartbreak changed everything in music.
Yes.
College Dropout changed everything in music because sampling.
I just truthfully just don't want that to be the innovation. Why should AI be the innovation when we have so much that we can provide as artists and it takes away from...
I hear you as an artist. As a content creator, I hear you saying that as an artist. But as a consumer,
yes,
you don't want that.
Exactly.
Consumers don't care about. That's why it goes back to that argument of like the SoundCloud playlist, where it's like, yes, y'all want music that y'all complain that everything's auto-tuned and nothing's natural, and I'm like, you can find that. Get on SoundCloud and you can find it.
Exactly.
But the reality of the situation is you don't care about that because that's not popular.
Yes.
The auto-tune is popular. So
True.
you want the auto-tune and you replay the auto-tune on your TikTok memes because that's what's popular.
But you want to know what else was popular? Pink sauce. And that got so many people sick. I'm just saying, lots of things that can be popular are bad for you. Like, just because it's good and lots of people
Shut up,
do
Brittany
it.
Renner.
McDonald's is popular. McDonald's is one of the most popular things. That's why y'all niggas is obese. Get it together,
Being
y'all.
obese is popular.
Yeah. That's a problem. That's okay.
Yeah, but like, shout out Brittany Renner because Brittany Renner is popular. So you niggas want bitches like Brittany Renner until you don't.
No, really.
Yeah, she can't
But
hold
like,
down a
think about
household.
it, right? Ice Spice was, I'm, you know, as popular as she could be like a year ago, right?
As a Coi Leray fan, fuck Ice Spice.
I love Coi Leray. Coi Leray is actually.
Fuck Ice Spice
She's violent.
as a Coi Leray fan.
Yeah, but like Ice Spice, right? She was popular until niggas was like, man, this shorty got a shit kink, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, people started peeping. It was like, oh wait, I look past the popularity. If you look past the popularity, it's nothing.
But
like, that's the scary thing about some of these artists, right? Like, they're so popular that their popularity is the art, and that's scary because, like, are you really making art at that point?
yes, because at that point, when you start, I understand the problem with it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you want your artist to be the popular person, and you want to appreciate their popularity because at the end of the day, they're popular.
Yeah.
But in a sense of like, they have to maintain that popular imagery.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of want them to be the popular person.
Okay, all right. This is the argument between Drake and Kendrick, right? This is literally the argument between Drake and Kendrick. He is the most popular artist of all time, right? And now we're talking about how...
Wait, who?
Drake.
Okay.
Drake is one of the most
Yes.
popular artists of all time.
Literally,
right?
he's the king of pop.
literally the king of pop, basically, right? And like a lot of the main complaints that you hear about Drake and Drake fans are giving is that he isn't being innovative enough. If he isn't changing enough, he's just trying to stick to what's popular, and that's actually it's losing people. It's losing the people that actually are here.
Shit. If you're the king of pop, I expect you to maintain popularity.
Okay.
Drake has never been an innovator to me.
Okay.
Drake's shine is not. I'm a So Far Gone fan.
I get you.
So
I'm glad that a Drake fan admitted it. Drake is not an innovator.
Drake is not an innovator. Drake is he capitalizes off of the popularity.
Yes.
So when Drake does something, it's to make that one thing big.
Yeah.
But Drake's he's not a wheel builder.
No.
He's not a wheel innovator. He's a make the wheel. He turns regular rims into low profiles.
He's just rolling the wheel like it's supposed to be rolled.
Yes.
But like that's the thing, right?
But that's what I want from Drake.
Yeah.
I want my innovation from Kanye.
I get
I
you.
want my innovation
Okay.
from Childish Gambino.
Okay.
I want my popularity and my consistency from Drake.
I
That's
get
why I
that.
say like Some Sexy Songs for You is the perfect love child of Views and Take Care.
Yeah.
It's an amazing fucking project.
And I'm not gonna argue against it because I haven't listened to it. But I think that
Crazy.
I think that the fact I listened to the first single or whatever. What was the name of it?
Give Me a Hug.
Give Me a Hug.
Give Me a Hug
I
is
like
fire.
it. It's not like
Shout
it's
out
a
to Joe
bad
Budden for being a
song.
dick sucker.
It's just that Party Next Door wrote it, and and at the end of the day, it sounds like 7 other Drake songs. You know what I'm saying? I could listen to.
But
I could
don't
go
y'all
listen
want
to
Drake?
Views. I could go listen to Views. I could go listen to the other album that you were talking about, and I could get the same feel. But like that's the thing. I want to grow with my artist. Like for example, the reason why Tyler the Creator is so great, right? The reason why Tyler the Creator is so great is because like he started at Bastard where he was saying the F slur and being ignorant as fuck.
Oh,
And
we
now
say
he's-
niggers, Jews, and faggots on this podcast, so you're fine with saying
Oh, my
faggots.
bad.
Don't say it now. That just ruins the
Yeah, it
the
does.
hype
It
of the
ruins the
moment.
allure. I didn't say it yet. But basically, I think that like the reason why I love Tyler so much is because I started at Bastard, right? And then basically I got to mature with the artist, right? But like I'm a barber, right? So I talk to a lot of Drake fans or whatever, and they're talking about how I found Drake when I was in college or whatever, and it just feels like he's still making the same college music, which isn't bad, but you're 30 something, 40
But
something.
if I counter argue that, and I have to think back to these Kendrick Lamar fans because
Yes.
I don't like. I like certain artists to change. I like certain artists to not change.
I get you.
Certain artists should change. Certain artists should change. I don't want Beyonce to change.
Fuck no.
I like old Beyonce.
Yeah.
I like Self-Titled. I like I Am Sasha Fierce. I like fucking what's what she had before that? B-Day.
Yeah.
I like B-Day. But like
Like
the Texas album, I'm like,
it's not for me.
Lemonade, I'm like,
I like Lemonade.
But
hey,
Anti is better than Lemonade.
it is.
Okay.
But, like,
All right,
I'm
as
not
long as
gonna-
we can agree to that.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Lemonade's not bad.
Lemonade's a good
Anti's
album.
just better than Lemonade.
Yeah.
But some artists I want to grow, some artists I want to stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't want yes, I like Blueprint 1 and I like Blueprint 3.
Yeah.
I like the transition of Hove. I like him going from curb stopping, drug slinging goon to multi-millionaire businessman.
Yeah.
I like that transition for him. I don't like that transition for everybody though.
I feel
I
you.
don't need Drake to transition. Drake was already peak when he started. What
Okay.
more peak do I need you to transition to?
Yeah. I mean,
You weren't making college dropout
that's how,
level
that's
music.
how that's how we end up with mafioso Drake, where he thinks that he's this mob boss or whatever because he's trying to evolute, but he really can't because he's already at his peak. if
But
that makes
he's
sense.
done. I mean, he's already done peak and mafia mob boss at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he did stay or what?
feel you.
Stay mobbing.
Yeah, actually,
like,
yeah,
at
you're
the
right.
beginning,
Okay,
like,
all right,
so
all right. I won't
Drake-
argue with that.
Drake has been doing like
Because
both
mob is in the
sides.
name, I won't argue with that.
He's been doing that, but he's
Yeah.
also been the womanizer from the beginning.
Yeah.
Choose Atlanta, Vegas. Like, but then you get into his upper. He does the hard body rap, but he does he's done successful.
I can get.
And then he gets into the end and he's like, yeah, I made it. And it's like, nigga, you've been talking about this since album 1.
You've been
so if
made it,
anything,
nigga.
Drake is one of the most, now I'm crazy argument I'm now self-discovering, is Drake is one of the most consistent artists in the game.
Yeah.
Because he's been arguing about like growing up
Yeah.
slum, being rich, being made, and Bing that nigga, and he's still doing all 4 of those later down the road.
I can admit
His
that
topics is consistent.
Yeah, his topics are consistent, and I think that these are good things. But at the same time, just for me as a person that listens to music and like I study music very deeply, I want to feel like I am going through a journey.
But a lot of you niggas don't want, not you specifically, but niggas in general.
I'm glad I'm not you niggas.
Yeah, because you niggas are. But a lot of niggas are like, people sit there and say to me that Kendrick Lamar is top 5, and I'm like, how? When most of you niggas don't know Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. A lot of people that don't even actually know his good music, his actual cuts, his album cuts.
And I've argued this before in the past. None of you niggas to this day have got the lyrical madness that was Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Y'all have not gotten that level of lyricalness, but y'all all credit Kendrick Lamar for being an amazing lyricist. And I'm like, where are you pulling that from?
It's the Jones effect.
You're not
right?
pulling that from Damn,
Yeah,
because
no.
Damn wasn't a lyrical album.
It really wasn't.
It was sonically phenomenal.
It was the most commercial that we've ever seen Kendrick. So
Which is why when he did his Super Bowl performance, the only songs that he performed was his most commercial album, which is Damn.
Okay.
His one commercial movie soundtrack from All the Stars, which is the Black Panther album, and then 5 songs off of fucking GNX, which he released in November after he announced in September that he was doing the Super Bowl.
Which after the Super Bowl is probably going to be one of his bigger albums, so it's technically going to be a commercial album. So I get where you're coming from, but like I think that.
Wait, hold on. Run that back.
Okay, I think that after the Super Bowl, Kendrick
GNX will become commercial.
Yes, it will.
But he
become
released
commercial.
it before the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So the problem is, it wasn't commercial to begin with.
No.
And you weren't sure if it was going to become commercial.
No.
Because GNX is good, but GNX is not it's not one of his timeless albums.
No, it's not.
Damn and Good Kid, Mad City are more timeless. Actually, To Pimp a Butterfly, and I'm not a big fan of To Pimp a Butterfly. I think To Pimp a Butterfly has good songs, but I'm not a super fan of like it as a project.
Yeah.
Damn is a good project. Good Kid, Mad City is a good project. To Pimp a Butterfly is like, it's got good songs, but as a project,
I think that's why I like artists to evolutionize, because I am less about the song in particular and more about the project.
But the problem with evolutionizing is, I'm not against you liking an evolutionary artist, but the problem with the evolutionary artist is, then when did you start thinking he was great? That's why I asked that question.
Okay.
It's like, did you think he was, did you think Kendrick Lamar was great during Section 80, and then did you think he was still great during GNX? Because then I have the question, it's like, what's your taste in or your interest in music if Good Kid, Mad City is a way different project from Damn, which is a way different project from GNX.
Yeah. I think that, like, he was great all throughout, and the fact that he's shown how he can be great in different lanes and in different states of being and states of life that he's in. You know, that's like, I feel like the art should be a portrayal of how you've been living, how you are in this moment, how you are in life. You know, so like I think the fact that he's kind of showing how his life has changed through GNX by showing, hey, yeah, I'm still ready to fight.
GNX wasn't a life-proving album.
It was a
Cali bop.
It was a Cali bop. But like,
it was definitely just a Cali bop.
But I think that like
Mustard. Sorry, I had to get that one out.
Songs that he was talking about, like kind of being more. I forgot what the name of that song was.
Like Reincarnated is a song where he's
talking about being more in the moment than he's ever been.
But the reality is, you niggas don't like that. That's why, not you niggas. You niggas.
I'm glad that he keeps referring to me as not you niggas. It's not the first time.
But you niggas, y'all didn't like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I think that Mr. Morale and the Big... Okay, I'm about to say one of the
really
controversial take. I think that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is one of my favorite albums from Kendrick. Because... Ooh, yeah.
Hot take!
Listen. I might have got this when I was like in a really bad period of my life.
Wait, nigga, you're 22.
It's going crazy. Listen, I got 2 court cases. Life is crazy.
It's getting crazy. Time out. Yo, I'll give you some credit here, okay? I will give you some credit here.
What was your first court case, Nelson? We live accelerated lives over here in DMV.
No, my first court case was well before 22.
Oh, shit.
But Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers hitting heavy at 22 just shows you're in a different lane than a lot of niggas are.
Yeah, I had to grow up really quickly,
Fast.
because like I was a latchkey kid.
what?
A latchkey kid. Okay, so if you don't know what a latchkey kid is, it's basically where you have a single parent and basically they have to go to work and your ass is in the house. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I had to grow up.
You don't go to school?
I did go to school, but like at the same time, my mom didn't come home until like 10, 11, and left out at 4.
You was doing homework by yourself.
Yeah, I was doing homework by myself. This at the third, so like I had
Shout
to
out to
mature
my
really
mom.
quickly.
She didn't get a part-time job till after she got married.
I love my mom. Nah, for real. Shout
But
out
we
Mom
struggled.
Dukes.
Well,
Shout out
I
Mom
wouldn't say we
Dukes.
struggled.
Shout
I
out
wouldn't.
Mom Dukes.
Don't let me catch me on record saying that about my parents. I don't think we struggled because my parents did everything in their way to make my life as comfortable as possible. But if I were to ask my parents in hindsight, how were we financially? They were like, oh, we went through our issues. We just made sure that we didn't let you realize that we were going through issues.
Yeah, I think that's like the big thing why my mom was out so often. Like my mom didn't want me to feel like I was in the projects, even though that it was
were in
like
the
niggas
projects.
getting shot outside. You know what I'm saying? So like I had to grow up really quickly. So not GNX, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers really hit deeply for me, especially because like songs like We Cry Together, bro, I was going through so many tumultuous
Mr. Morale and the Big
relationships.
Steppers being your favorite album by Kendrick. After he gave you Pulitzer Prize Damn
No.
and Apple Top 5 Good Kid, Mad City. Crazy.
I love both of those albums. It's just that like he's so personal and so
You just
personable.
love Kendrick.
I do. Yes. Kendrick, this is my proposal.
And I'm gonna tell you this.
I will
This
get
is
on my
why
knee
I'm
right
not-
now.
I'm not a Drake stan. I
Sign
will
me
say
to
this-
PG Land.
That's crazy. But Baby Keem and Doechii are like killing the game.
Nah, for real.
So I'm super like, I think Baby Keem is a legend in the making.
He's the next Kanye. I'm not even
I
gonna
will
pause.
give you some
No pause.
credit there because I say Baby Keem, I've argued this time and time again on this podcast. Baby Keem has the best verse on Donda.
Fucking easily.
And Donda is
fucking easily.
You do understand that you'll never get another Donda, right?
No.
You'll never get a collaboration album like that.
No.
Because after this whole Drake and Kendrick thing,
He's
niggas
not
are
fucking with
moving
the industry.
way different.
Yeah.
Niggas are moving way different. And like people like Kanye are an inspiration for how you move the maneuver the industry. You're not getting a project where you can have 20 other goons and killers and murderers come on your project and do a 13 age accepted album.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Because
it's not
Donda
gonna
didn't have parental advisory on it.
happen. Which was actually really impressive. Because some of the
Super-
topics
for the people that he had on that project.
Like because like 21 Savage was on there.
Yep.
Fucking Baby Keem. Baby Keem is explicit as hell.
You're not even naming the goons that was on. Like,
go ahead.
Not Flacco.
Damn.
I have to, and the thing about it is,
Mr.
the only
Kanye
reason-
fan here. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
super Kanye fan. But like, the only thing about it is, the reason why I can't name everybody that was on the album is because he didn't give them features.
No, he didn't
on the
at
album.
first. No.
But like, there's a lot of niggas that's on that album. That
Fabio Foreign?
Yes.
Yes,
Fabio.
Fabio Foreign.
Yes.
Yo, his verse is actually really good.
It's
Oh,
a
okay.
motherfucker.
It's so good. Like, I'm so glad that Kanye let him rap for a full 35 bars, bro. He
Right.
was fire as shit.
That's my godson. Him having the baby on it.
Yeah.
Jail with Hov
Guess
was
who's going
crazy.
to jail tonight? Oh my god.
The Weeknd is obviously gonna do the Weeknd stuff, but having Lil Baby on a Weeknd song,
Yes,
like
bro, you'll
yeah,
never
no,
have
like,
that ever again. For what? Like he's the only
Why would
person
The
to get
Weeknd
these two
ever team
people.
up with Lil-
Yeah, like for what?
But that's why I say like that's why Kanye's the innovator
Yeah.
because you're not going to get this kind of project.
He
again.
uses artists like instruments, which is what they're supposed to be used as.
All
'cause
of
they're
the lights.
vocalists. Yeah,
All
exactly.
of the Lights was is a prime example of using artists as instruments.
He had already had everything written out and sung and all of that
Yep.
stuff before Rihanna even stepped in the booth, which is so beautiful. Like I actually got a lot of inspiration from Kanye when it comes to that because I'm working on my new album, City of Angels. Well, not City of Angels. It's called Brave Angel or whatever. And I wrote
Time out.
go
Why
ahead.
did City of Angels come up then?
because City of Angels is the first single.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But the album is called Brave Angels.
It's called Brave Angel. And it's kind of to inspire everyone.
I'm sorry, I gotta pull you out. When are you trying to launch that album?
I'm gonna drop the first single like in the next month or so. But the album is I'm not gonna sit here and play with my fan base.
Don't
like
do that.
that.
Yeah, don't. Because I do
I'm
that.
working on it.
I made this standpoint in episode 91 because we're in 94 right now. I made this standpoint in 91. It's like don't tell them what you're doing. Tell them what you've done.
Yeah.
So.
Which the album is fully written, produced, and everything. I just really want to make sure that I'm giving the best product to my fans because I don't want to.
Then I will talk to you off camera.
Please do.
About when you're releasing the project.
Yeah.
Because that's when you should headline.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
You should headline within with the same month that it drops. That's when you should headline.
You know what's funny? Like my it's not an album, it's an EP, but my
That's
EP is
30 minutes?
Yeah, it's 30 minutes fully. Like including the songs that like are not on the EP, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna have "Come Get Me" "Over" or "Happily" on on the EP.
I'm sure you're gonna stick. Well, that's your bag though, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you're gonna stick to that realm in some way, shape, or form.
I'm definitely doing R&B, neo soul.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of trying to create my own genre, which is a mixture of neo soul, R&B, gospel music, and rap, because those are all our genres.
Yeah.
And rock as well, because I have some rock vocals in there as well. But like I'm trying to create a new genre called alt soul, where we allow our blackness to fully engulf the music.
Yeah.
And being fully engulfed in how we've made music into what it is, because it's extremely experimental, it's extremely soul, it's everything that you could get from a black artist, in my opinion.
And that's why that goes back to the conversation we had earlier today about like that's why I love Limelight Vibes, because it's every iteration of our culture.
Yes.
And that's what I harp the most on. It's like, how can you get a little neo soul while getting a little alternative rock, while getting a little rap auto tune,
Yes.
while getting a little hardcore rap,
Yes.
while getting a little R&B? It's like bringing all of those bridges together
Yeah.
into what can still be considered black.
Yeah, for this album, I tried to rap less so that I can allow myself to express myself with the music. Because I did rap a lot. I'm pretty much rapping every song, but like at the same time, I still kept it to eight bar verses.
I don't feel like your music comes off like super rapish. I feel like you come off R&B ish though.
I mean,
Neo soul would be a little bit more accurately, but like neo soul is just a branch of R&B.
definitely. But like I also I know that like I know that I want to be seen as a rapper, but like at the same time I don't want to be held in the box of being a rapper, if that
Wait.
makes sense.
Time out. You want to be seen as a rapper?
I want to be seen as an MC. I want to be seen as a person that it can be lyrical.
MC is different.
Yes.
That's why I'm asking you. Do you want to be seen as a rapper?
No, not seen as a rapper, but like I want to be seen as a lyricist. I want to be seen as a person that can really, really rap and actually is like seen for their rap.
You keep saying that. You keep saying, I want to be seen as somebody that raps. So that's what I'm asking you. Do you want to be seen as a rapper?
No.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm asking. Because you don't have like, when people say MC, most of the time people will take, I look at it differently, but like most of the time people will take it as like you want to be a super lyricist where like I have to break down your punchlines.
Yeah, and I that's kind of where I'm kind of leaning to. Like I feel like some of my rap and my actual writing is really, really good.
But your artistry style would say what I'm saying is kind of verbatim. Like your artistry style
Yeah.
would say like, take what I'm saying verbatim so that like, but when you say MC or rapist or trying to show my lyricism, it would be like I have to break that down.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Kendrick Lamar third eye Woke Hotep, fuck you niggas, your third eye Woke Hotep nigga shit, where like I have to break down your lyrics and then come to this conclusion where I'm like, you're a little more upfront about your.
Well, I like that's just like that's the funny thing. Like with my album or whatever that I'm working on, like I tried to be more real with myself, because when I was making the first 3 singles, I was working with my management that I'm not with anymore, and like I had to kind of dumb myself down in an extent. For Happily, I had a 16-bar verse or whatever that was in the middle of Happily, but he made me cut that verse in half and then split it into 2 verses. Yeah, and I feel like I can do so much more when it comes to rapping because I'm actually good at lyricism.
Without the stipulations, yeah.
Yes, exactly. With my album, I've gotten way deeper into metaphors and similes and gotten into really truly expressing myself without trying to baby the listener. You know what I'm saying?
You do understand that babying the listener is very important.
It is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
I'm only asking that because like I would prefer you be the smarter artist, but like I also realize there are dumb listeners.
Yes, there
so
are.
So it's like which navigation are you?
But
if you don't care about,
that's the beautiful thing, right? With my music, like with the melodies that I use and like the way that I sing and articulate myself, you could not listen to the lyrics if you wanted to. Yeah, you know, that's
you can hear the melody.
If you hear the melody and you feel with it, you can not listen to the lyrics at all. It's like so many people I've shown. Okay, I have a song on my album, which is really personal to me, and it's like about I don't know if I can get real deep into this, but like I've been molested before, and
based.
Yeah, based.
Well, that's not based, but like.
I've never had anyone describe my molestation as based. But like, hey, listen,
it's not
it
based.
was.
I'm saying your comfortability in saying it was based. And I'm gonna clip that because that's comedy. But like, I'm not saying the molestation was based. I'm saying like your comfortability in saying that like, fuck it, let's just get to it.
No,
let me go
like,
ahead and put it
I feel like that's the thing, right? With me as an artist, like I have to be comfortable so that I can tell my testimony.
That's why it's based, because you feel like, or you understand that like I have to give the real world. Yeah. And this is a part of my real world, unbeknownst to you, unbeknownst to my audience. I do that every once in a while. Yeah. Every episode, I'm not giving too much. Yeah. But every once in a while, I put those little tidbits as like real personal aspect of my life. Definitely. Kind of thing. So,
but like with this song or whatever, like it's such a beautiful song. It's really gospel or whatever, and it's really about God and how God has worked with me to heal me through my molestation and save me, right? And basically, if my mom listens to the song, and I talk to my mom the most about my molestation, she didn't even peep.
Oh my God! If you say molestation one more time, we're gonna
molestation. But I had to break the ice. But it
was just like, as soon as you said it once, you got super comfortable with saying it. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, oh my God. All right,
beep,
we get it.
Beep. We need censor bars. But I think like.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead. So that way I don't have to worry about being canceled. Yeah. I already know it's coming.
like with the song or whatever, you can get so wrapped up in the sonics because I have so many background vocals. I have like real instruments.
That you're not hearing the original message.
If you don't like sit here and listen and break down my lyrics, you will not catch it. And I think it's so beautiful that you can actually have a song that you can listen to and not peep the message, but still feel what the artist is feeling.
But as an R&B artist, because I do consider you an R&B artist, I'm sure you would prefer that. Where it's like, even if you didn't understand the message, you still like the song.
Yes. I do prefer that, but like at the same time,
I would prefer you understand the message.
I would rather you understand the message. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
don't
I have
love my molestation song without loving the
like
molestation
dead ass.
song.
Like I didn't suffer for nothing. Damn, I didn't get raped for no reason. That's crazy work. I'm just saying. Okay, all right.
And this is why I love our sense of
good music. For good music. I got raped for good music. I'm fucking around. Yo. Listen, I think that was the basis of Bad Boy Records. Raped for good music.
I am calling this episode Touch for Good Reasons. Episode 94, touched for good reasons.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah, that one's staying right there. Corey, clock that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and tune into our SoundCloud playlist Spoken of the Week for Volume 4. Because there's many topics that we will be getting to later. And because I don't even think we hit our word of the week. Save it for next episode. Don't care.
Did we hit any of the topics that we were supposed to?
2.
2 out of 8. Good job, guys.
But you were in your bag about certain things, and
Yeah,
then
fair.
the bag just kept expounding upon.
Real shit,
so
real shit.
like, it's podcasting. But we'll get into some more topics after we say bye to the free niggas. So if you're a free nigga and you don't want to be a free nigga anymore, subscribe to the Patreon. But to all my
Not wanting to be a free nigga in Black History Month is crazy work.
Ain't it though? Ain't it
Sorry,
though?
my bad.
Yeah,
Be a paid nigga.
Yeah, literally, be a paid nigga. For as low as $1, you can get the as low as $1. You can be a part of the extended audio. With that being said, our SoundCloud playlist Fuck of the Week. Our SoundCloud playlist Fuck of the Week. Fucking Christ. Let me make sure that I have my ducks in a row because I am in the wrong app to even pull that up.
Sons and Woes podcast.
Yeah, I know, right? I suck. Oh, okay. All right. For our Volume 4 SoundCloud playlist Plug of the Week for episode 94, it is a song by a person named King Rich. Name of the song is called Ha Ha Ha, featuring Jimmy Koo. And as always, it can be found on the SoundCloud playlist Plug of the Week, and you can go to soundcloud.com/IrisesOfWoes or go to YCC Entertainment/IrisesOfWoes to find all of the songs that are in Volume 4, as well as all of the songs that are in every other volume, 1, 2, and 3, for the playlist Plug of the Week. But for episode 94, the playlist Plug of the Week song is Ha 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 by King Rich featuring Jimmy Koo, and I hope you enjoy.
Mama said play that you rich, and I aim for the top, I don't miss. See my haters, I know that they piss. I just smile and pull for the pig. All they hear is ha 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 ha. Laugh until my stomach hurt. All I hear is blah 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 blah. Why he always coming first? I'm notorious, call me Big Papa. If you step to me, come to me proper. Cause I stay with us still like I'm soccer. I'm the G that might do you like Napa. I'm a legend already, ain't even close to my peak. Got the confidence of tennis with 5 gems in my reach. Just these niggas all like home base, I'm stomping the cleats. I'm an alpha, big dog, something like a Greek. Little mama said play that you rich, and I aim for the top, I don't miss. See my haters, I know that they piss. I just smile and pull for the pig. All they hear is ha 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 ha. Laugh until my stomach hurt. All I hear is blah 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 blah. Why he always coming first?
Yeah, small town, big dreams, ain't need old crew, new cream. Shorty wanna watch a show, so I had to go and get 2 screens. Too fast, too strong, too good, and the boy too clean. Probably could've made it to the NBA, but there rose 2 dreams. I make it look easy, I'm on the way. In my reverse, bros, and I hit the fade. I look to the sky, if you got something to say. She said it go crack.
Little mama said play that new rich, and I aim for the top, I don't miss. See my haters, I know that they piss. I just smile and pull for the pig. All they hear is ha 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 ha. Laugh until my stomach hurt. All I hear is blah 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 blah. Why he always coming first? Bad chick walking in, she a super freak. That's a super freak. Super freak. That's a bad chick walking in, she a super freak. That's a super freak. Super freak. And I swear that that cookie is toxic. Too much got me nauseous. Grade A, no plastic. Knock a nigga out cautious. And I put down bro, baby a reaper, she's taking my soul. I keep a heater, I take it on low. This a case niggas don't know. She got the confidence like she was Lizzo, but body like Megan, I swear to you, bro. She got that Mrs. Fantastic, incredible, stupid genetics, I'll give her the gold. I need the cat like she doja, watching her crib like a soldier. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And that was Ha 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 by King Rich featuring Jimmy Koo. Make sure you check it out. As always, it'll be in the SoundCloud playlist plug of the week for Volume 4. And you can catch that on yczentertainment.com/absence of woes. You got anything for the free niggas before we send them off?
For the free niggas? Okay. Listen, the only way you can free yourself truly from the shackles of life is by being yourself. Allow yourself to be the best person that you can be, and also remember what your child self wanted, so that you can gift your adult self what you wanted from childhood. Don't forget what your dream was. Amen. That's all I have for the free niggas.
Based. For my free niggas, I will give you 2 kicks and a hug, and I will send you the fuck on your way. 2 kicks and a hug. Shout out to the men who go to church just to meet women. Dumb bitches love y'all. Shout out to women popping pussy in the pews.
Not for real.
Dumb niggas love y'all. Shout out to the black people that love their relationship with God and use it as a driving force for their everyday life goals and accomplishments. We love you. So all that being said, you non-NDA signing subscribers, at this point, I bid you adieu. Free niggas, I say peace to you.
Bye, free niggas.
Peace, free niggas.